place I've ever been.
Hello guys, welcome back to another lovely trading recap. This week, as a heads up, is probably not going to be the normal recap as I'm not trading my normal stock. So obviously, I usually trade the momentum penny stocks, which I am still kind of keeping an eye on as we go throughout the day. So like RHG and stuff, just not really trading them. I'm using like a different account, a paper account, and I'm just starting to get the hang of my or starting to build a large cap strategy, just because in these kind of markets, especially on interactive brokers, you can't short a lot of these momentum stocks. So I just kind of need to have an alternative strategy, and I think it's good to be able to trade both small and large caps. So that's basically what I'm kind of doing now, is just sorting out a strategy. And that's why with these, I mean, you see $16, I mean, it's nothing really, but just getting the hang of a strategy, seeing what works, what doesn't, and that's going to take at least a week, maybe a bit more, maybe a few weeks. So that's why you'll probably not see normal recaps. I'll do these near enough every day, just so you can see kind of like the progress I'm making, what I'm discovering throughout these days, and you can still kind of see the strategy building in process, which may help some of you if you're still looking for a strategy. You can see what I'm doing, the adjustments I make off certain kind of results I get, and stuff like that. So we'll go through the trades right now. The first one being on Microsoft. So currently, for the strategy, what I'm looking for is to break through my resistance lines. So these resistance lines I'm plotting on long-term time frames all the way to pretty short term. So if you see, we go all the way from one year, 1 day, get any ones that seem relatively strong, and then we just go down the time frames. What daily? 4 hour, 1 hour, 20 day. I do skip the 15 minute and the 10 day 30 minute, and then I go to the 5 day 5 minute, and that is usually how I get my resistance lines. Then what I'm looking for is a breakthrough and then a retest. So you can see here on Microsoft, we broke through this resistance line, and then I'll be waiting for a retest as it comes close to an EMA. So I didn't actually see Microsoft in this 4th minute of the market being open, but this is exactly what we'd be looking for. Coming back to retest the support when it's near an EMA. So here it was near the 9 EMA, so this would have been a great trade, just didn't see it. Then we break through here. I'm waiting for a close. We were still kind of extended for the 9, so I kind of skipped this trade and waited till we had a bit of a cleaner one. We broke through again, close, and then when we retested this time, we were coming into the 20, and we hadn't touched the 20 all today yet. So to me that seems kind of strong. So went long, literally at the bottom of this pullback, and then just sold into this move as we had a nice strong bounce, and you can see momentum starts picking up. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. Don't think Microsoft came into any other resistances throughout the day. No, it didn't. So that was a nice trade. Tesla, same kind of thing. This one we only made $1 because we locked in a bit of profits and then we got stopped out. So I don't know if I put my entries on this one. Oh no, I did. Okay. So as you can see here, we broke through. Well, we tested the one down here. We actually missed this one, which would have been a losing trade. As you can see, broke through the support, retapped, and this time failed to pull down, so that would have been a losing trade, but we missed that. And then we don't ever trade the same support resistance twice, so we skip this one and we skip this one because these were touched pre-market. Oh, actually this one wasn't touched pre-market, I just missed it then. So yeah, this one I just missed, but again would have worked perfectly. You can see closed above, retest that 9 EMA and support, and then gets a nice strong momentum candle out. Same thing, then we broke into this new resistance, broke over it, and so I traded the retest. So you can see here, went long as it kind of came into the support and 9 EMA, and then I sold a bit because again you can see it's a stronger volume candle, and that was a relatively strong candle. I mean, it went up, it was about $1.50 candle. So I looked in only 5 shares. We were only in with 20 shares on this Tesla trade. Looked in 5, so then we could have our stock back to break even. So even if it went against us now, at least we didn't lose on the trade. What ended up happening is it pulled back, so we got stopped out, and then tested the 20 and carried on. So sometimes like this is where if we didn't move our stop, we would have been fine, because our stop was around this area here, because you can see every time we had here we've had selling pressure, or we did for those at least 4 or 5 candles. So if we retest, we should get buying pressure. That's how I'm justifying my stops, is usually in areas of buy or sell pressure. So yeah, essentially, yeah, it went on and carried on for the day. And again, the same thing here, it broke through, retested, and we got that nice bounce candle. In this case, it did end up failing down, and that's why I like to lock in some as soon as possible, as soon as it gets a tiny bit extended from the 9, and so I can just move my stop to break even, and it just keeps the accuracy a bit higher. But that's why you'll see, obviously today's the first day of testing it in a live market, so as time goes on I'll make adjustments, trying to make this strategy a bit better, maybe find some better indications. Obviously this kind of chart looks a bit crowded because we have the deviations. These I mainly use obviously when I'm using the momentum, so on this I don't have the resistance sign, so it doesn't look all choppy, and that's why when I'm on my large cap stocks I have this chart open as well, so I can usually just switch over to this one, the exact same thing just without the deviations, and it can keep it clean. But yeah, that's what I've found so far. As we get more into testing throughout the next week or weeks, you'll be able to see the adjustments I make. Any adjustments I do make I'll put in the video, so you can kind of see what I'm seeing in strengths and weaknesses in my strategy, and they may help you adjust your own strategy. And that's it for the recap. I will actually have a normal swing trading recap out as we closed out or took some profits on one of our trade, and that's it for this video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and that's it. Peace.